And the reason why that we as a people, and now it has gone across the table for all people, are not being able to get the kind of services and the kind of leadership we deserve, we don't demand it, and we don't do anything about what happens to it. I'm just giving you straight talk. I'm familiar with this ward, the 21st ward, because I'm involved in an investigation as to whether or not a piece of property that was sold from up under one young lady and sold to another young lady from Atlanta, who ironically happens to be a close friend to the alderman. So there is some corruption, if not the appearance of corruption, across this town. Let me lay this one on you. If we want to really make a change in this town, and when we talk about corruption, the biggest corruption in this town, one of the biggest, is the selling of other folks' property.
Yes, yes.
To developers.
And taking it through the nuisance.
For less than nothing through the nuisance law.
Yes.
And let me tell you how it happens.
Come on, come on.
But I just heard somebody say something that I know is wrong.
Who should take care of their property?
If I am a alderman in a ward, and you come and complain against me often enough, you can have me taken before the nuisance court situation, which brings in the police, the building inspector, the health inspector, and 9 times out of 10, there's not a piece of property nowhere in town that you can't find a problem with. Clayton is an example. They blighted Clayton only for a judge to find out that they had no right to do it. So I'm saying, as a member of CORE, as an activist in this town, if we're not going to be willing to do something tomorrow, our talk is useless today.
All right, I agree. Yeah. You know, Reverend Fowler just asked the question, what are we going to do? We're going to continue to organize. We're going to continue to come together.
That's right.
If we got all of these folks out here today, and I just want to say thank you.
Really?
Thank you so much for coming and standing up. Thank you. We will be communicating through social media, on Facebook. Please, make me your friend. Ramona Taylor Williams. Make other people your friends. That's our easiest way of communicating, and we will do just like we did. We will put flyers out in the community. Now, Reverend Fowler asked the question, what are we doing to follow up? That process has already begun. This evening at the Wesley House, we have bankers who are coming to talk to residents about their products and services that we have been working with them on with the banking community so that we can stop this redlining and getting investments in our community. All right. So if you are interested in knowing about products for small loans like to fix a roof, to do tuck pointing, any little thing, the loans are so affordable, it's almost a giveaway to the banks. But the loans have to be paid back so the banks can continue to be reinforcing. We also know that we have issues with our credit in our community. It's no secret. So one of the things that we did was we advocated and we worked with the banks so that the banks would reduce and relax the underwriting criteria and the FICO scores. So instead of having a $700 score, you can get a loan to fix up your house with a 580 score, and that's even negotiable. So we are making a difference. We don't need these people. Right. We can do this ourselves.
And there's 3 commissioners that's responsible for that property. And look, we got to get them to sell that property.
No, you got to replace them. You have to replace them. They're corrupt.
Great.
You got to throw them all out. You got to replace them.
Now we're into politics. That is a state issue, just like local control.
Well, then
of
we
the
got to
police
go to Jeff
department.
City.
No, our state reps got to be held accountable.
Well, no, forget the state reps.
No,
They're the
can't
one that
forget
get us in this mess. We're going directly to Jeff City. If that's an issue, we are taking it to the agencies that are responsible, that administer the policies, the rules, and the regulations. That's where we go.
Okay.
That's going to be.
Wait a minute. Number one, let me say this. Number one, we as a people need to be watching downtown on the economy. Because anytime our representative, the French in the 21st Ward, anytime you can steal $38,000 from the 21st Ward and get a slap on the wrist and you pay them back, what, monthly, $3,700? Is it reported?
That was just a fine.
We had excellent, what? All the women, all the person. And I tried to tell you all, 20 years ago, we did a recall, didn't we? I went in the lawn. It was a Ford, Shirley Johnson. When you get a thief, you got a thief in the midst, and then you want to close down stores that you want to close. You want to intimidate residents that don't agree with you.
That's what we're talking.
And your policies, and you're a thief.
Come on.
Why are we going to the polls voting for these people?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Now that's our vote. How come we're not voting for the people that are for us?
So, first of all, my name is Jessica. I'm a social worker with the Community Action Agency. And first of all, let me go back to the point about land. That is a systemic issue throughout the entire Northside. Our very own leaders cannot tell the difference between the pictures of the north side of St. Louis and the war-torn regions of Sudan. They are the same. We live in a war zone and we cannot put up with it anymore.
All right.
Now, I want to let you all know that the Community Action Agency has opened up city services offices. So we have 3 offices that are now open in the city. One is in the north side, one's in Gateway Classic Building, and one's in the south side. We have services open to all city residents. If you need case management, if you need help with employment, if you need a food pantry, if you need clothing, if you need help with your gas assistance, please come and see us.
Jessica, do you have any cards?
I'm so new. We just ordered cards, but please come see me. I will give you my work phone number.
O'Dyer is in the 5th Ward.
Yeah, my name is Mark Ozier. I'm in the 5th Ward, and I'm glad to see that a committeeman did come out here because we're talking about elected officials, and we know we elect our alder people. We elect our committeemen, too. They're on the ballot. Do y'all remember the puppy mill bill?
Yes.
Well, we need one for politicians.
Yes.
And that would be at the committee level. The committee people select these candidates. We just went to a special election in the 5th Ward. And between my alderman now and her father, who were the committee people, they nominated her. We got a lot of mail, and the last card I got is a card with a picture of Tamika Hubbard, a picture of President Obama, and a statement at the bottom that said, this is the only Democrat running. Not the only Democrat on the ballot, the only Democrat running. All 3 of those women were Democrats. And that was a committee decision to send that message. So while we're trying to re-educate these alder people, we also need to be talking to our committee people. We elect them, and if this is the best that they can do, because this is where the guppies come from. They don't turn into sharks overnight. Somebody picked them. The committee picked them.
Yes.
So we need to start picking our committee better as well.
Yes.
You need to start thinking about running for committee person.
Absolutely.
You need to be a part of this process.
That's right. Absolutely.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Deadline for filing is Tuesday.
27th at 5 p.m.
Person is Tuesday. The deadline to file for committee person for your ward is Tuesday. You file, they'll support you.
Tuesday the 27th.
Is there anyone else who would like to speak? Yes, sir. Come, please. Tell us who you're with.
I'm Bob Pessis. I live in Godfrey, Illinois, but I'm involved in Occupy St. Louis.
Yeah, great.
Brother and friend recently brought to our attention at our GA's, our General Assembly meeting just last night, that this was going to be taking place here.
Thank you.
And I didn't think I could make it at first, but then I thought something worked out, and I did.
Wonderful.
And I wanted to be here because I feel for you folks. I have not experienced a lot of the things that you have, but I'm still concerned because the things that I have experienced, even the little bits of it, I know are not right. It shouldn't have to be this way.
That's right.
And I also know, by being involved with the Occupy St. Louis group, that organization can make a tremendous difference.
Yes.
People coming out and showing that they care, showing that they're concerned, can make a big difference. That's what you folks are doing here today. And I pray and I hope that you guys will continue and even get more organized so that you can be more effective and get done the things that need to get done.
Well, we invite you to help us to get better organized.
Encouragement, whatever.
Yes.
I believe there is hope. There's such a thing as people power, as you mentioned before. That can be a very powerful thing, as we are seeing across the country.
All across the country.
And it can be applied not only to the biggest issues we have in our nation and around the world, but it can be applied to the things, the nitty-gritty issues that are in our own neighborhoods and our own local areas like this, our own wards.
Yes.
I applaud you people for taking steps forward in that direction.
Thank you.
Claude, would you like to speak?
No.
Anyone else, would you like to speak?
Just one brief thing is that none of this matters, however, unless you make it to the polls and vote. We have to teach people to start voting. That's one of the most important things of all, is to vote. But it is important to know who to vote for and how to vote. True. And but we need to have people go to the poll. I was gone from St. Louis for a half a century, and I came back here and I was quite shocked because I thought a lot more progress had been made. No progress has been made.
No.
The lots that were vacant when I left are still vacant. A lot of really architecturally and historically significant structures still exist in the north side. They're wrecking them faster than every day you see buildings torn down.
And these aldermen are behind
These buildings should be saved. And you have to come to the conclusion that the current government is behind this. Otherwise, they would be tearing down these things. In other cities, it's very difficult to tear down something that's as valuable as some of the buildings I see in North St. Louis that have been torn down and are being torn down, and others that are just being allowed to fall down. We have to do something about that. It's very obvious. When I left here, the street you now call Martin Luther King was called Easton. It was the lifeblood of that neighborhood. It was very vibrant and alive. And I come back to Martin Luther King and I'm shocked. Like, what's going on here? What's happened? Somebody is not. It's obvious that somebody didn't do their job.
Excuse me, Dave. One of the things that we want and we are asking for as Northside Rising is that the president of the Board of Aldermen, Lewis Reed, and the Democrat Party, since the Democrat Party is the one who nominates our committee, our people for us, they plaster their name on there, Democrat Party nominee, so they have a responsibility. And what we're asking for President Reed to do and for the leadership of the Democrat Party to do is to make a public statement denouncing corruption, abuse of power, and retaliation in the entire city of St. Louis, but especially on the north side of St. Louis. Secondly, we're asking the Board of Alderpersons, the entire Board of Alderpersons. Last year, U.S. Congressman Charlie Rangel was brought up and found guilty of ethics violations. He was censored. Weiner was found guilty. Before he could get to the Ethics Commission, he resigned. His Democrat colleagues kicked him out. We are asking that Antonio French be censored by the Board of Aldermen for 12 months. These demands. And for those who are here, All of those in favor, say aye. All those who oppose, say nay.
Come on, speak now, forever hold your peace.
Speak now, forever hold your peace. The ayes have it.
In the Board of Aldermen, the way they do that is opposed, motion carries. There's no pause in between.